Thank you for tuning in to Zuri Fab. My name is Ikea Waller. I am the CEO of Zuri the Fashionista. Our brands include Zuri Fab and Main Goals Hair Collection. I want to talk to you guys about awakening the hustler within you. As entrepreneurs, as people who, if you just want to make a little more money, sometimes it gets hard because you may not know what to do, or you may even you may have an idea, but you get those self-doubt talks sometimes in your head. And I just want to share how you can kind of move the mindset from that self-doubt into more of a hustler mode so that you can get things done that you need to get done. I just want to share with you a little bit about a theory that I have. And there are 4 types of people in a position. Fairy Godmother asked each one of them at the same time to build a house. If they were able to build a house, they would get $500,000 at the end of building the house. The first person had no resources and no blueprint. And they knew that they wanted to build this house because they needed the $500,000. And what that person did was they went along their journey, asking different people, knocking on doors. Hey, can I borrow some nails? Hey, would you happen to have a hammer? Hey, I need some wood. Can I get some wood? And eventually they built that house. It took quite some time. Let's say it took that person 4 years. And the house wasn't to code up or to standards. However, it was a house. So they were granted their money for building a house. The next person had the blueprint, had the resources. They knew exactly how to build the house. They knew exactly the specifications of the house. They had the resources to get the work done. That person took quite significantly a less amount of time. By the time that the first person built one house, they built 4 houses. There was a third person who had the resources but no blueprint. And that person, because they had the resources, they were able to figure out a little more how to go about building the house. They were able to purchase the nails and purchase the things that they thought it would take to build the house. And their house was nice. It was a nice house. It may have not been exactly what the fairy godmother wanted. When they built it, it was a little over lavish because they had so much resources. They put all that they could into the home. So they got their money in the end as well. So the fourth person, they had the blueprint, but they did not have the resources. And that person looked at the blueprint. They knew specifically what to do, and they got stuck because they were stuck on the particulars. They knew that, the nails had to be this specific amount of inches and the wood had to be this type of wood. And because they didn't have the resources to get exactly those things, it kind of stopped them in their tracks. And and sometimes we overthink. We may not have the resources, but we know how to do something. And, we're looking at all of the specific things that have to be done. I have to get my LLC or my corporation. I have to make sure that, I'm registered with my taxes. I have to probably get my name. I have to set up a marketing plan. I have to write a business plan. All these things that you say that you have to do, and before you actually go out and do the thing that it is that you want to do. So with the mindset, with those 4 people, we have to get back to that person who had no blueprint and no resources, because that person is very much a hustler. They may have taken their time, but they wanted their money, so they went out and they went around to get the materials that they thought that they needed to start building their home. And although it wasn't up to standard, they got the experience. And after they got that experience, they were able to move on and build another home that was much better, that they knew how to network and find the things that they needed in a much timely manner, because they did it previously. And that's how you have to be with business. Sometimes you just have to jump. You have to go out there and move, and you may fail initially. and that's okay because you're gaining an experience. And once you get that experience, once you start networking, once you start getting some of those resources and capital, then you're able to do a little bit more. As long as you're moving forward and you're progressing in what you're trying to do, you'll succeed at what you want to do. I know for me, sometimes it means that I have to go out in my hustler mode, meet people on the street, say hi, how are you, start that initial conversation, and you never know what may come of that. It may not in that moment get you a customer, but down the line they may remember you and say, oh wow, I can go to this person for this because I know she had this. And it's also about projecting a good positive image about what you're doing. You really have to love what you do. And if you love it, other people, will see that, and they kind of gravitate to that good feeling that you give. So, awakening the hustler in you is sometimes throwing out the blueprint. And if you don't have those resources, being resourceful in your own right, and just going along, pushing through, doing what you need to do to make that first sale, doing what you need to do to make those continued sales, doing what you need to do to make those additional customers. And it's not easy, but you have to just push. Act like your back's against the wall, because sometimes it is. Set a goal for yourself. This week I want to make $100. Next week I want to make $200. In a month I want to make $1,000. Set those goals and really push yourself. A lot of times you have to let go of that ego and that pride, and you really have to interact with people. You really have to put yourself out there. You really have to let your product be known to people who don't know it. Just because you have a business doesn't mean that automatically people know about it. You have to promote it yourself. So I'm just encouraging you guys all to, when you get stuck, throw out the blueprint. If you need to do that hand-to-hand, purchase with people, you need to go make runs. You need to get back on a corner and talk to your friends and get them to buy into what you're selling and help promote. That's what you have to do. Okay, so I just wanted to share some ideas and help somebody who may feel like they're stuck in what they're doing, to realize that you can get unstuck. You can awaken the hustler in you when you have your back against the wall, when you throw out the blueprints but have no resources. You work hard until you get those resources, and you become that person who has the resources and the blueprint. So I thank you for listening, for your time, and hope to see you soon. Our next talk will be about finding the right employees for your business. Thank you. Have a good day.